Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No! Why is it always Shigastan?
Shigastan!
We'd gone 2 weeks without Shigastan.
It was peaceful. And then now he's here again at the Order of Light.
They
There's
also made a
something
mimetic
to be said
agent
about that.
onto Foundation databases, forced to mimic making pornography sound. Okay, now that one's just funny.
Anyways, the next one is Order of Light. The Order of Light seems to be an angel of death, which tempts humanity by presenting it with the apple of immortality. Its appearance worries us, its intentions are obscure, and its promises seduce us. So we resolutely plunge our gaze into it, trying in vain to understand its schemes. And we succumb to it. For all of the abysses we know, none seem more luminous than that which we saw there.
That is an incredibly odd way for the SCP Foundation to officially describe something. So I'm going to guess that they either have to do this to maintain containment, or the fucking anomaly is affecting this description.
Probably. The Order of Light Order of Light presents itself as an arc religion, devoting unfailing adoration to all forms of normal and supernatural life, and aspires to transcend all physical and ideological distinctions in order to unite all beings inhabiting the earth under its sole banner.
No, thank you. Sorry, continue.
If its ancient existence as an esoteric counterpart of the legendary Knight Templars is certain, it is assumed that its origins are much older still. The Order of Light has recently emerged from the shadows of occult organizations and shows a disturbing intent to massively recruit new followers who, until now, seem to be approached only by initiates in the greatest secrecy. While this organization is suspected of having infiltrated all levels of society and most political and religious decision-making spheres in the Western and Eastern world, the Order of Light, which claims to be peaceful and philanthropic, has never sought to oppose or interfere with the Foundation or any other groups of interest. The organization never appears to have been involved in any crime, offense, or scandal, thus legitimizing its existence on the world scene and all more seducing the population by its apparent purity. Any contact with its members is strictly prohibited because of their alienation practices and a crucial lack of information about the Order's motivations. Any individual suspected of being a member of the Order must be immediately reported to MTF Omega-1, alias Odor of Holiness. Wait a fucking minute. Is this Templars from Assassin's Creed? I doubt it.
I doubt it, yeah.
Wait, Ordor de What's this? Oh
Could
my
be inspired
gosh.
by them, but what?
This is an outdated hub.
Oh.
A doubted translation hub. What's this? Oh my god.
Oh, that looks
This is
awesome.
apparently better than what's here because this is Windows Translate. You might find more faithful description on this group and just here.
Okay.
Translate. Hit translate. Is it doing it? Yep, there it goes. Always. Anyways,
Oh, are you? Are you having to use the auto translate?
Yeah. There. Now it's
This one
much
isn't
bigger.
officially translated.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's not big enough. Hold on. There we go. There is an audio log, but I have no idea if it's in English.
Most likely not, but you can play it to check.
I'm already don't like it.
I feel naturally repelled by this group. Maybe I'm not Christian enough or Catholic enough. In which, as in, I am 0% of either. I was raised by a Buddhist.
So far, it's just music.
It reminds me of the music that they would play in Chrono Trigger every time they got to an evil temple of sorts that was going to destroy the world or was somehow connected with Lavos.
Yeah, I think this is just what the audio log is. It's just music.
It makes me think of Halo's ambient soundtracks.
Yeah, just music. Alright.
Some of the music from Halo.
I like how it says right here the hub's gone. But it's right here. Yeah, anyways. Welcome, Seeker of Light. Do you know that human beings are the greatest enigma in this world? Honestly, that might actually be true.
It's. I wouldn't put it as human beings, I'd put it as human brains. But,
Yeah.
eh.
From the genesis of his story, he was intimately convinced of the existence of a force beyond all understanding, so he tried to tame it by giving it a form, a story, a name. For some, it is a pantheon of divine entities that sit in heaven and dispose of men as distracting and servile pawns. For others, she is ruthless warrior, deity thirsty for persecution and sacrifice. Still, others recognize her as an inconstant god who sometimes bruises and punishes men, sometimes offers them his love and forgiveness. Thus, humanity has never experienced this force other than through myths and legends, dogmas, and other age and ceaseless wars. Shaped by the distinct and casual nature that he attributed to his creator, man has built fragile institutions, made precarious agreements, and entrusted blind leaders with the future of a dying world. We ordained believe that all humanity deserves to flourish and be forever preserved from the age-old obscurantism of corruption, ignorance, and fanaticism. We are not elites advocating subversion and viewing with disdain those who think differently. We are men and women united by an ideal of peace and learning. We do not guarantee that we hold the key to your happiness, we hope so. We do not boast on having any useful universal truth. We are looking for her. We do not claim to allow you to tame the extrasensory faculties of the human body. We affirm it. We are not an ephemeral organization with obscure designs, hungry for money or power. We are the Order of the Light. Order of Light.
I don't trust them.
They do have
Why did
origins.
everything just go silent? So, okay.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Our history. It's the smallest and humblest society in this world. We too have known other spaces and other times, which have since made us the guardians of many luminous secrets. Would you like to hear them? The following extracts are fragments of poems taken from a legendary work that is dear to us. It's entitled The Book of Light. Some of these verses will undoubtedly evoke famous passages from an ancient book of our common history, but it is not the rewriting of the First Testament or even a new Bible that you are going to read. It is the knowledge of a child dreaming of peace in the middle of the. What is that?
Bow cages? What?
Bocages?
I
Should I
don't,
look that word up?
I don't know what that means.
I'll look it up.
A type of passage form. Oh, that is in French. Bocage refers to a terrain of mixed woodland and pasture,
Oh,
with fields and
Yeah.
winding country lanes sunk in between narrow, low ridges and banks.
gotcha.
Okay.
Pages who wrote his story, our story, inspired by a being who fell from the stars. The genesis of light and darkness. At the beginning of everything was the Creator. In his hands rested a harmonious chaos. May he unite into two beings, two twin hearts. The first luminous avatar of the cosmos, the wings budding and burning branches, crystallized his iridescent breath in the abyss, populating infinity with dust and gasoline. I don't think this was gasoline.
What?
Is this supposed to be gasoline? Or is that an English translation error?
Mm.
The second embodying sublime darkness, split from his flesh and dear quintessence, from which springs a torrent of life which fertilized the immaculate envelope in the emerging stars. From this chaste and pure union God sounded the supreme harmony of flesh and blood. He called the winged being of fire light, and named his heavenly soulmate darkness. And he saw that it was good. The coming of the world of Uriel. While Cain, the pale forehead adorned with the mark fratricide of revenge and forgiveness, played a shameful immolation of the monarch of the creation and the most precious of his gifts. Eve's tears spread across the earth, magnifying the waters with Abel's groaning blood. Her white lips flowered with sincere forgiveness. God saw the dew of his eyes fall even more, also taking pity on the bereaved mother. He sealed in these sadly constellated skies the memory of dearly paid happiness, be born into tenderly mixed hands. Seth, dormant glow in Eve's insides, was the third gift from God upon his awakening. From earth, the sun, through blessed heaven, dreams of love and hatred, cry born of ruddy tears, Adam's child was soon the pride of men. Seth married the resplendent Azora, whose heart combined the sum of all virtues, filling her with a happiness that lasted for a long time. Everyone, trees, animals, slowly bound around a cradle of herbs and wildflowers. The child, dozed off by a ray of light, was crowned with a humble and immortal tribute. Nature, touched by the shadow of heaven, let it rustle in unanimous breath, Uriel. Foundation of the Order of Light. Uriel, the light of the Most High, ignited of the invisible love of creation, loved by life for whom death swooned, one day received a vision of its destruction. The Chosen One abandoned the tranquility of his being to bring brothers and sisters together alongside him, who dipped in the metal of their honor, the oath to remain the only masters of destiny. They became the first guardians of Earth, 7 noble virtues. The heavens, the angels taught them, and the demons for them weaved the light, and a work that they placed in their hands. Uriel laid down the foundation of the book of a new order among divine orders. Their bread was their faith, so the law was wine, for those whose destination the heavens were. Uriel's...
I
Huh? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, are we going to
can
get much
we.
information out of this?
This is. I
I feel like it was a lot of information of nothing and just pissed me off the more I heard about it. It just makes me think they're assholes.
don't. Why?
Oh, we gotta... There are objectives and method. So we actually see what they want.
So wait, what was further up?
Further up was just questions of introduction, like,
Introduction.
uh,
Should we read that too?
I don't know.
Aaron's already read a
fucking
lot, and
know.
so far it felt like nothing and a lot of annoyance.
I think I
and
just
like
want to see
everything.
the objectives and see what they actually want to fucking do. So far, that's what we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, objectives. Our goal, as ordained, is radiant with simplicity. We wish to enable humanity to triumph over the sin to which it has subjected itself by choosing to turn away from its creator and to regain its true strength, which it once madly renounced. We believe that ignorance holds human beings captive to their fear and desires. Why does death fascinate him as much as he fears it? Because he doesn't know her. Why does he enjoy drugs or gambling? Because he ignores or underestimates the decay in which he devotes himself to succumbing to it. Human beings seek eternal tranquility and ephemeral pleasure, and this is their most masterful error. We believe that evil arises from the corruption of emotion. Indeed, noble feelings such as joy, hope, or generosity are ephemeral, and when man is guided by evil emotions, his malicious intentions are sooner or later embodied in evil acts. Man conveys the pain and hatred that he carries within him, and by exercising it against others, hurts him both through cruelty and through the gratuity of his act. Who has never witnessed the dismaying spectacle of one person publicly insulting another until the latter, exasperated, returning the favor? Who has never heard the story of loving parents burning with the desire for revenge on their child's killer? Every innocent individual becomes corrupted by contact with violence and feels a powerful desire to reproduce what he has been a victim of, and thus sin is transmitted, the sad heritage of humanity. We ordained believe that man must become the master of himself, that he must accept the extinction of his own emotions, thus ensuring him internal tranquility and happiness, insensitive to the horrors of life. How can we expect a society to evolve favorably if its inhabitants prefer to wallow in their own misfortune and defend its body and soul? On the contrary, a person who does not love cannot hate, and he who cannot hate cannot be weak. We believe that man must stop denying the supernatural faculties with which nature has endowed him and regulating the miracles it conceals to the rank of legends or myths. Alexis Didier or Edgar Casey, whose full potential the Order developed, had clairvoyant gifts such as they worried their contemporaries and terrorized skeptics. Why is their gift still hidden from history today? The beasts of Gavaudan, Leviathan, and a nine-tailed fox have all left traces of their existence in history in our memory, but by
That's the beast of Shivaldon.
Shivadon, okay. By virtue of what is their existence refuted, society refuses to hear and prefers to forget what set its logical and rational principles of failure. The human being called to reign on earth alongside entities of formidable wisdom, paragons of peace and harmony, preferred money and politics, of which he made himself a slave. We all know the consequences. The man doesn't believe in God. He serves as bad gods. Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah. So they just don't like emotions?
They want to basically convert the entire world and to eliminate emotions.
Mm.
Because they think people are more likely to defend evils instead of do good. And that they will fail God.
I don't think they believe in anything quite like that. They repeatedly kind of dissuade these concepts, but uh, go ahead and read method.
Method? Alright,
Yeah,
Maybe I
we
was
need to know what
listening
they
too wrong.
actually do.
alright. Method. To remedy your ills, we first offer you some of the teachings of the Book of Light, then invite you to compare them to the most recent and acclaimed scientific and religious articles run around the world in order to confront your critical mind with their merits. Classes are given during seminars in which everyone is invited, regardless of age, gender, or belief. A meditation session will allow to perfect your knowledge of your body, then a few other practical exercises to awaken the mystical potential that has been dormant within you since your birth. The demonstration by a master will end the session, which will lend itself to an exchange with the public and answer your questions. We guarantee that diligent study of our precepts will protect you from any of your fears and will gradually dissipate the disorders and illnesses that affect you forever. You will be at peace with yourself for the first time in your life. To date, we have never noticed the slightest disappointment or annoyance at the end of a session. At most, some skeptics have seen their fears and doubts allayed once they have been explained. Note that we also regularly give numerous conferences around the world. We invite you to inquire about this. Perhaps one of them is located near you. Whoever you are and whatever you are looking for, come without fear. Everything that others have is nothing compared to what we want to give you. You know that nothing is achieved without effort. This is why we will only demand a sacrifice from you, your consent.
I this sounds what's the way to put this? This sounds like a self-help seminar that is
Maybe
anomalous in nature.
maybe they're not as bad as they sound, but I still don't trust them.
I can't say I trust them either.
Uh,
Try to see
Hmm.
what the hell it says. Oh,
This
testimonials.
test is just one guy. testimonials, plural, and it's just this one dude,
May I read
Mr.
him?
Williams.
Sure.
I have been cheated on by my employers for over 10 years. They in whom I blind trust. Because my own family had been stolen from me, I put myself as their service to protect theirs. But also the entire population, people about whom I knew nothing, and whom knew nothing about me. There was a time when I found my happiness in that of others, a time when knowing that humanity, my men and I were fighting for, was family I failed to protect. It was enough for me to be happy. I was so devoted to them that when they demanded I kill the love of my life, I didn't even fail. Today I repented. The order saved me from myself and opened my eyes to the true nature of men who ignores this essential adage, an eye for an eye, blood for blood. Did it just turn him from a good person to a horrible person?
Mr. Williams, 38, ex-security guard. Okay, blood for blood does go for... It's a short story about the 05.
Okay.
And it's not a
Are
short
there
story.
any SCPs? Are there any SCPs related to this group?
Good question.
Yeah. I'll look. See if there's any. Oh,
Maybe on Timeless Knowledge Archived?
Oh,
there we go.
And why are y'all yellow? I don't know what they. God is dead.
Let's look at God is Dead first, unless Hatchet has another opinion.
I'm just here.
Oh, why does that look creepy?
Because it's creepy. This is an objectively unsettling image.
How long is it? Okay, it's not that long.
Okay.
Right. SCP-3030-FR is a Catholic church built in 19th century, located in the redacted region, Poland. The materials that constitute it differ in no way from those used in the construction of places of worship of this era. However, the walls and floor are partially deteriorated, unlike the roof, which was rebuilt several times, for collapsing during religious ceremonies, leading to the place being abandoned in the 20th century.
20th century. I love automatic translation.
Yeah. 030 contains a balcony, the usual furnishings of any Catholic church, as well as a series of 20 rows of oak wood benches on which a total of 40 human-shaped silhouettes sit, or more rarely stand, entirely covered in opaque white fabric, making any identification impossible at first glance. On the eastern interior wall, 030 is handwritten the phrase, not even going to try and say that, God is dead in Polish, using an unidentified material, red ochre in color. When a silhouette is revealed by an individual, -1, who is himself physically observed by a third person, the corpse, -3, of one of the living members of the family of -1 will thus be discovered on the condition that -3 itself is not physically observed by anyone at the time -1 reveals a silhouette. The relationship between -3 and -1, this has been crossed out, never extended beyond 3 generations of that which -1 belongs, can extend beyond 3 generations, and the deceased family member will always be the closest. Brotherhood bond is a priority, otherwise kinship bond. Genealogically to -1. In the event that a settlement is revealed by an individual, -2, who is not physically observed by a third party, it is assumed that -2 discovers its own body, thereby causing its death, although the manner in which the body dies, -3 concealed by the veil, replaces the living body of -2, is still misunderstood. Assaults offer abnormal resistance to any attempt at movement, regardless of the means used and the force exerted. Until the veil that conceals it is removed, all the attempts will end in failure. Destroying one of them by fire, for example, will reveal the body of a new instance of -3 and /-2 once the fabric is consumed, and whoever caused the destruction will be the subject to the same effects as -1 or -2 in case it is not visually protected. Having the fabric lifted by a robot has the same effects as if the person controlling the machine lifts the veil themselves. In addition, if a tissue is lifted by 2 or more individuals, the youngest of them will be a victim of the effects of 030, thus maximizing the chances that a family member who is very close to him dies in the way already stated. When assailants located in 030 are no longer monitored by a human individual, new examples replace those that have already been revealed, so that the number remains at 39. The means by which these replacements are possible is still unknown. Additionally, their location 030 may vary with each reappearance. Due to the threat that 030 poses to the Foundation, its access is condemned for redacted, and no further testing is permitted.
I'm very confused on what this does.
Uh,
Too many dash numbers.
yeah, I don't. Well, we do have a message from the Order of Light. Maybe it will explain what it does, or what the result, or the experience report. Let's read what the experience report does. Maybe now I'll explain it. Such as D5058 and his brother D5081, both charged with triple murder. That's a lot of murder. Procedure D5058 is tasked with lifting the fabric covering one of the silhouettes under supervision of Dr. Carter. Meanwhile, D5081 is kept in a cell of sight redacted and observed via cell camera by security personnel. Results: the body of a middle-aged Caucasian man, identified as 5081, as that of his father, is revealed. Subject immediately shows signs of anxiety and becomes hostile, then is subdued by security guards accompanying Dr. Carter. Analysis: a close relative of the subject may therefore be affected by the effects of 030, regardless of their geographic location, provided that it is not kept in the eye of another person when the tissue is raised. After information, it appears that the father of the two D classes was alone at home at the time of the test. A carbon monoxide poisoning over scenario was put in place to justify his death.
Okay, so now I'm getting it. If someone lifts up this veil, someone that's close to them is under it dead, and that person actually, from wherever they were, dies.
Yeah.
And if a second person is like observing while they lift up the veil, the second person will see their own dead body and subsequently die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have another test too, such as D5058 and
Yeah.
D5081. Oh. Yeah,
Huh?
oh, sorry, I thought you were saying something else.
No, it wasn't.
Alright, procedure D5058 is tasked to lift the veil of another figure under the supervision of Dr. Carter. The surveillance camera of D5081's cell is this time cut off. Results: the body of D5081 is revealed by D5058. A quick check proves that the cell occupied by D-5081 a few moments earlier is now empty, despite the physical impossibility for it to escape and be inside 030. D-5058 becomes hostile towards the doctor again and is shot dead by security agents. Analysis. It is therefore the family member closest to the subject who is primarily exposed to the effects of 030 in the case of observation of the subject, all the other members of their family being alive and well, and consequently, potential targets. Oh.
Oh. How fun.
Oh my god. I have to read this experience report. Experience, subject,
Well, you skipped one.
this isn't, oh yeah, experience report to see. Seems like an audio log, so does someone want to be the doctor? Someone else be a D class?
I don't know.
I'm willing to be either one. I just don't know which one I want to be. I'll be the D class. I feel like they'd probably be panicked.
Alright.
Alright.
Interview D8644, interviewer Dr. Redacted. Forward D8644 is a 35-year-old Caucasian man with a sister, D9675, both charged with armed robbery and repeat offenses. The presence of D9675 in his site redacted cell is confirmed, then the camera is cut off. D8644 is asked to enter 030 alone and reveal a silhouette. 030's front door is closed behind him. Conversation continues by microphone. D8644, did you enter 030 correctly?
No.
Huh?
I thought I was reading for the doctor.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. You go ahead.
Okay.
I was just confused as to who's reading
Yeah, alright.
the doctor.
Yeah, you're not very clear on that sometimes, Bright.
Sorry. Anyways, go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, it's is it normal that there are people dressed in white sitting on the benches?
This is completely normal. Please approach one of these silhouettes and raise the fabric covering it.
But why are they still? Who are these guys? It's a joke, right? Is it a hidden? Is it a hidden camera?
We have removed all the cameras from the building, and no one is currently looking at you. That's why I need you to remove a veil and describe to me what it was hiding.
Are you kidding me? And I'm dreaming, or are there three deep down watching me?
Nobody is watching you. Now reveal a silhouette, please. And assume at this time that D8644 drops the veil and that covered one of the bodies.
Fucking shit! It's me?
D8644, immediately describe what you have in front of you.
But I can't vote anymore.
D8644, answer. D8644 no longer gives any sign of life from this moment. Closing speech. Security officers unlocked 030's door and re-entered the premises on the orders of Dr. Redacted. The corpse of D8644 was found in a former location of a figure sitting on a bench, a fabric lying on the ground placed at his feet. An analysis of his body devoid of any injury highlights of heart failure as the sole cause of death.
Did he have a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, wait, now I'm just confused again. Why?
Well,
What?
no one was observing him, and he went in alone. Which I think was the -2. Like if no third party is watching, it's your own body.
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
think
I was
that makes
misunderstanding how it worked.
yeah. I think Aaron is right, but also he could have literally had a heart attack from seeing his own corpse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably the
Well, I
first.
mean, the anomalous effect kills the person that's
Yeah.
seen on the bench. So
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing I saw that shocked me. All right. Study D9440, survivors of the Redacted Massacre, whose entire family was murdered and redacted. Procedure: D9440 is placed under supervision of Dr. Redacted. He is asked to lift the veil of one of the figures. Results: the body of Director of Site Redacted, brother of O5 Redacted, is discovered.
Oh, fudge.
Analysis: long research work has suggested that D9440 has a distinct relationship with the Director of Site Redacted, and in the same way with O5 Redacted. Data expunged.
Oh no.
So this,
You know what? That's fair.
this SCP will kill O5s.
Family of O5s. That was a family member.
Yeah. Yeah. By unanimous decision of the O5, all experiments on 030 are now prohibited.
Well, oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen an SCP kill an O5's family member before. Oh gosh.
Yeah, also, this is a manuscript of that. To our 40 brothers who listed to the words. Listen to the
Listen,
words. I don't know why I say listed. Anyways, of him of whom lies and blasphemy are the only might. Of Christ, the enemy of the light, the shadow face. From the history of men, the antagonists in the dark days, elders of the order whose death does not equal your fate. May these shrouds of withered light veil your bodies. May your carnal envelopes in those places be chained, and the oath of eternal silence never perjured. Oh, I'm guessing the order
I
of light made the SCP?
guess it's honestly really hard to tell what what why I uh, I don't know.
Do we need to see another one,
Uh,
or
well, I don't know. I guess because I don't know where we would put it.
we actually have two black level threat levels, which means it's severely dangerous.
Then I guess click on one of those.
Hopefully, it's not too long. Yeah, it's not that long. And the order of light is mentioned. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 056FR is a conscious mist that resembles pure gold dust and occupies a current volume of 733.3 meters cubed. The mist levitates a few centimeters from the ground, but can rise up to 10 meters above sea level. When a human being comes into contact with 056, a flash of light occurs originating from the entity. The affected part of the body is then erased from reality and history as if it were not had never existed. Okay then.
Uh, okay.
Any accident necessitated or in any way arising from the part of the body in question will also be erased from history. The part of the body
uh,
What do you mean by
huh?
what do you mean by erased from history?
Just never existed. Part of a body interfacing between the missing part and the body itself would be covered with scar tissue like a stump. Oh, it's only a part of the body. Oh, wait. What? So, like, your arm is never existed if it gets taken?
Yeah,
What?
that's why I was. That's why I was confused. You're the one reading it. Are you?
At first, I thought it was a translation error. I thought it was like the person would no longer exist. No, it's just the part of their body. If the affected part ever includes a part of the body essential to survival without which the subject would not have been able to survive until its current age, it will transform into an earlier version of himself, where he would have died more early following the shortage caused by 056. In this case, the subject will appear more or less broken down according to the difference between the age of the latter before contact with the entity and his age at the time of his premature death. If a human being ever fully enters 056, his entire existence will be erased along with all of his actions. This includes his possible descendants. Oh. Only 056 and any eyewitnesses at the time of the flash seem to remember the changes that the entity has made in history. Some being adults for humanity, others simply judged as minors. These changes are instantaneous and take the shape at the end of the flash, and are capable of significantly altering the known world according to their importance. Despite the lack of evidence on the very existence of these changes, all nevertheless seem real based on the testimonies and lie detector test of the following people. Witnesses to the transformations carried out by 056, data expunged. 056FR is also capable of communicating telepathically. Oh. So, Hatchet, just out of curiosity, do you want a speaking role this time?
I don't think so.
Okay, then I guess I'll either be SCP or Doctor. Which one do you want to be, Jerry?
I'll be the doctor.
Alright.
I do not know their gender, so I don't know.
Oh no, I see something earlier. I see something later in the article. Oh my god. Interviewed 056FR, interviewer Dr. Isayo, forward Dr. Isayo, questions 056 following its recovery by the Foundation.
Hello, SCP-056. FR, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Ezkio, and I have a few questions to ask you if you would like.
Little man, I suppose you end up joining my ranks.
Grow your ranks. I do not think so. What use would there be acting like this?
Everything has a use. You know, the funny thing about this is that I'm supposed to make you disappear from this planet and restore balance. But that the absorption of some of you saved you more than anything else. And as a genre, I mean. Although, if I hadn't done it, the balance would have been broken for good, and only Great Libra could have fixed everything.
Save us.
Yes, save you. Have you ever heard of third? Third and
Just read it like third.
Third and Fourth World War? I do not believe, nor the Great Pandemic, nor the New York, nor of 113-B. No, the one that set off the nuke. The one we read earlier from the other group.
Yeah.
Wait, why is that? What? Why did that come back? It's a completely different group.
It doesn't actually go. Yes, it goes to the SCP. I just double checked.
Indeed. I It all happened really product. What?
Yes and no. It happened, but it never happened. I was still a little cloud at the time.
You talk about balance, and we know you are one of the four. We've already located the giant deer, the Ark, you, but what about the last one?
The last? You mean of the last?
What? But you, are you not just four?
Four tools, but what good are tools if no one uses them?
Wait, there's one more other?
Not yet, but he'll come back one day. Now, little man, tell me, have you ever dreamed of seeing all your misfortunes, even those of the past, disappear at once? Help me go out, little man, because I have work, and you will only be satisfied. I will absorb you last. Promise.
This discussion is over. Also, I have to say, killing someone is not the same as saving them.
Yeah. Right. Each
Not how it works.
yeah. Each time 056 absorbs human organic mass, it grows increasing its volume by approximately 0.001 cubic meters per quintal absorbed. According to Foundation calculations, from an assumed initial volume of 1 cubic meter, 056 FR erased approximately more data expunged people over time.
Congratulations, you're being rescued. Do not resist. I think that's the exact line.
Yeah. 056 was discovered in its initial confinement by Dr. Grym and Agent Namu, then unknown to the Foundation at the time, and later secured by French Mobile Task Force Delta 3, aka Les Dragons, at the location where the current site TAV is located. The area later turned out to be the containment base for anomalous objects of the Order of Light.
Damn it, now I just want to watch Rogue One again, but I canceled my Disney Plus subscription.
See, Dr. Grym's transmission to Agent Nerisma. Hi, Narim. We have heard from the Order of Light. Apparently, they have some sort of base near Data Expunge where they confine and prey in front of abnormal objects. With Namu, we infiltrated, pretended to enlist again, and so far no one has asked questions about 046FR. The upper strata of the organization must have kept it secret. However, according to the guys present on the site, security has been reinforced for some time. There are some nice things confined there, but above all, is one of the four, and strangely, it's one that scares the guys on the site the most. We haven't been able to get close to it yet, but we have to get moving. I don't know how they contain this, but if it escapes with all other objects here, we risk having a lot of trouble. I'm sending you the photos of the shots I took. The areas in red are those where the objects are contained, and one of the with the black cross is a member of the four. I have already started to collect information on the last of the four. They too are looking and seem to have some interesting leads. I'll keep you posted when I know more. Swarm, it can get quickly turned sour here. Grim, photos that may compromise security at the TAF site. Status deleted. So the Order of the Light somehow contained it. And
May it never leave its containment.
and also, technically, by the way it's in a letter, they pray to it? Do we need to see another one, or are we good?
I don't fucking know at this point.
this,
I
is
feel
just,
like I'm having a stroke.
this is basically just church organization, Christian church organization kind of thing. We have another type black threat level.
I honestly just really want to move on, but I still don't think I know where I'd put.
What do you think, Jerry?
Uh, 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 why don't we look at the neutralized SCP?
Yes.
Where's the group mentioned here?
Oh, it's being mentioned that the Order of Light wants this SCP, and that's it.
Okay, different SCP. This is not going to be useful.
Shit.
Okay. Now, where's the group mentioned on this SCP?
Hold on. Order. Wait. No
Did you open
matches.
all the little windows, or?
Oh. Oh, there's even more. There it goes. Okay.
Okay, now try the search again.
How do you always manage to forget to open all the little things?
Okay, yeah.
It is mentioned! Huzzah!
It is mentioned a couple times. Okay. But it's also long. Wait, 056FR is mentioned.
Oh.
The World Occult Coalition. I mean, that's close.
Okay, so the Order of Light did not create it, they just want it. Okay, something else.
Well, I'm talking about 056FR. I don't know if...
No, I'm saying one of the things that mentioned it was the Order of Light wants the SCP.
Oh, that's the thing, is like we don't know that they create any SCPs themselves.
Right.
Oh, that's fair.
They just pray to them. That's basically what they're doing. It looks like, though, this one we can actually see the 4. And this is also, like, really fucking long.
Where would we put one of those kind of scummy self-help groups?
Is there a shorter SCP?
I don't know. Or like, it's not even mentioned here this time. Yes, but you... Oh my gosh, 113-P is back. God damn it. SCPs everywhere in the French documentation.
We have been on this group of interest for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Probably more by now.
I think at this point it's just the church just wants to worship certain anomalies, but some of those anomalies are rather dangerous.
Just
We could put them to pay the help because they say they want to do and help humanity, but at the same time they're also helping dangerous entities.
I don't think they should go on there. I say we put them in neutral evil and be done with this.
Okay.
Yeah. We can come back to it at a different time when we go double check everyone.
We've been at it for an hour and I still feel like I don't really know the group, though I've heard so much about it.
Well, yeah.
I'm proposing we put it in neutral evil, literally based on vibes alone. That's it.
You know what? That's valid.
They passed the neutral evil vibes check.
Yeah.